All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Race 1 at Fuji. We'll have Avery Walker and Max Gunther on the front row. Yannick Gunther and Harry Volsmeer on the second row. Wessel Stevens and the rookie Joop Van Tilburg on the third row. Adam Barker and Mike Marshall on the fourth row. Rudolph Gunther and Simon Zierk round out the top 10. David Garman starting in 11 next to Callie Evian in 12th. Cody Kennedy in 13th. Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel in 14th. And Ryan McDaniel rounding out the 15-car field here at Fuji. All the drivers getting on the grid, making final setup adjustments and making sure they have enough fuel. Looking in car from our pole sitter as they get ready to start rolling. And here we go. Pace car rolls off. Sorry, Nicole, just saw your message, just sent you the link. Heading into the final two turns, this is where we see a lot of excitement at this track. And drivers trying to carry all the speed they can out of this final turn. Has on occasion been known to bite a driver or two. We'll see if it does this morning as they're on that long straightaway. Everybody stacked up, ready to go. A few drivers already peaking. And it's going to be a mad dash to turn one. Porsche pace car is in. And Avery Walker is fired. They are away. Green flag is in the air for race 1 at Fuji. Avery's going to lead them into 1, but we've got 3 and 4 wide back behind. Barker went super wide, might have been the right move. The top 3 break away. We'll take a look at the lap 1 incidents here in a moment. Avery Walker, Max Gunther, and Yannick Gunther on a breakaway now. Adam Barker up into 4th. Mike Marshall in 5th. Simon Zierk in 6th. But a big shakeup in the top 10 after the early incident. Simon Zierk has had another problem. Cody Kennedy off track. Coming out of the chicane, and Avery Walker has the lead. Looks like he will end up leading lap 1 as they head toward that final turn. Now 2/3 of Team Gunther right behind. Avery comes out of the final turn with the lead and enough of a gap. It does look like Avery will lead lap 1 at Fuji. And let's see if we can take a look at some of these incidents that happened going into turn one. There you see they were already headed to 3 wide. Barker got a big run out to the outside. Wessel Stevens, Harry Volsmere get together. The rookie, Yoop, also caught up in this one in that McLaren on the outside. He gets turned around, loses his front clip. And one more look at this. Looks like there was some heavy contact. Wessel gets turned completely around and hit a couple of times. A rough start for some of these drivers. Definitely a bumpy one. We also saw Simon Zierk had a problem. Let's see what happened to him a moment later. Oh, Simon just misses his braking point, gets to the inside on Mike Marshall. Cody Kennedy has to go wide to avoid him. Wild start to the morning here at Fuji. Worth noting that the fog is actually starting to lift a little bit. Do expect to see it throughout race one. Hopefully the cars on track will help. And the sun coming out also helped to clear it for race two. Yannick Gunther, Max Gunther on the attack. Avery still has him in the mirror. Adam Barker started in 7th, now up into 4th. Mike Marshall up 3 spots into 5th. Rudolph Gunther up 3 spots into 6th, but he has Callie Evian on the bumper. Callie now up 5 spots into 7th. David Garman up 3 spots into 8th. Cody Kennedy up 4 spots into 9th. Cody been trying to dodge everything this morning. Ryan McDaniel also picking up 4 spots early on, and Gourmets has had a problem. David Garman in the Mustang. Back in, just stepping out, a theme we have seen with these Mustangs all season long. No rear grip. Well, definitely an exciting start to race one. Max Gunther has taken the lead over Avery now. Yannick still lurking in 3rd. Adam Barker in 4th. Mike Marshall in 5th. Mike, though, has Rudolph Gunther right there with him. And as I mentioned earlier on, that Porsche, the drivers talked about that Porsche having a bit of an advantage here this morning. Rudolph trying to make a move, and he sets it up perfectly for the chicane. Rudolph Gunther now into 5th. All 3 members of Team Gunther now in the top 5, but Mike Marshall attacking. Marshall just did not have enough, and both the drivers ahead need to be careful. Evian right behind. Back on to that long front straightaway, one of the longest straightaways out there. Nicole Kriesel did have to go to pit road after lap 1 for repairs. She had dropped. She was actually picking up a lot of spots, but has now dropped to 15th. The rookie, Joop van Tilburg, now in 14th after a great start to his season. Definitely hurts when you see the rookie having problems in his first race. Hopefully we see him make a comeback in race 2 as Yannick Gunther is taking second from Avery. Adam Barker now back in 4th. Mike Marshall holds 5th. Rudolph Gunther, Callie Evian 6th and 7th, right there with him. As Evian completely misses the chicane. Big slowdown for him. Simon Zierk back in 8th. Cody Kennedy right behind in 9th. David Garman back in 10th. And Harry Volsmeer has had a problem. Oh, Harry loses grip. See if we can get a different angle. I'm wondering if he had contact with the wall. There it is. He lost grip as he comes across the strip, the rumble strip, and just barely kisses the wall. With going into race 2, as always, the top 7 will invert. As exciting as race 1 has been so far, I can't wait to see race 2. Max, Yannick, and Avery all still pretty much nose to tail in the top 3. Adam Barker back in 4th, about 4, almost 5 seconds back now. Mike Marshall in 5th, about 8.5 seconds, 8.9 rather. Rudolph Gunther and Callie Evian losing touch with Marshall. Simon Zierk back in 8th is actually starting to gain ground on the cars ahead. He is only about 5 seconds behind Callie at the moment. Cody Kennedy now in the 9th. Gourmets has slipped back to 10th. Wessel Stevens, after that rough start, back in 11th, trying to make up some ground. Last time by, Wessel was the fastest car on track. Harry Volsmeer back in 12th. Ryan McDaniel now up into 13th. The rookie, Joop van Tilburg in 14th. And Nicole Kriesel in 15th. Now Avery Walker in 3rd has set the fastest lap. Hey, good morning, Tina. How are you? Top 3 continuing to battle and continuing to pull away from Adam Barker. Mike Marshall having one of his best runs of the season, currently in 5th. If he can hold off Rudolph and Callie. Simon Zierk continuing to close, but has lost a little bit of ground. He is still just under 5 seconds behind. He is still closing in, just not as quickly. Cody Kennedy in 9th, Gourmets in 10th. Garmin did tell me before the race that he was considering driving the Corvette. I have to think he's wishing he had done so now. I'm doing great. Top 3 still nose to tail. That could get eventful when they get down to 1 to go. Barker continuing to lose ground. Mike Marshall did put some space between him and Rudolph. Simon Zierk back in 8th, still closing in on Kalievian, now 4.5 seconds back. Tina, sometimes that is the case. Joop Van Tilburg back in 14th, the rookie out here this morning. I expect going into race 2, if he can avoid a turn 1 issue, I expect we will see him back up in the fight. He was fast in qualifying, fast in practice, and fast on track as he closes on to the back bumper of Ryan McDaniel. Ryan also back in the Cookie Monster paint this morning. Whoa! Joop had one heck of a run out of that final turn. Almost got into Ryan's bumper. Now looks underneath. Rudolph Gunther has caught back up to Mike Marshall. Now they go at it once again. Kalievian lurking right there with them. This is helping Simon Zierk back in 8th. Rudolph trying to set up down the front straightaway. He may have a run. The Corvette definitely has a power advantage normally, but the Porsche has the extra straight line speed this morning and moves up to take 5th. Rudolph Gunther now to 5th, Mike Marshall in 6th, Kalievian in 7th. Simon Zierk is now just 3.5 seconds behind. He continues to close the gap. Ryan McDaniel, Nicole Creasel have both had a problem. There's Ryan. Looks like coming through the second to last turn. He gets loose. Nicole just barely gets the car stopped and avoids hitting him. Great save. And all of that happened right in front of the leaders. Adam Barker also had a problem back behind. Adam had an opportunity there for a moment to close that gap. Now Rudolph Gunther is closing in on him. Let's see what happened to Barker. Oh, Adam was still on the rumble strips when he put the power down, and the car just lost grip and went around, quickly recovers, but lost a lot of time. Max Gunther leads him down the front straightaway. We'll see. I don't know if they will get the white flag on this one. It'll be close. I do not. Oh, yes, Barney is waving the white flag. This will be the final lap for race 1. Don't forget, we do have a second race. The top 7 will invert. As of right now, that will put Callie Evian starting on the pole. And for the first time in quite a while, all 3 members of Team Gunther back in the top 5. Max is leading, Yannick in 2nd, Rudolph in 5th. Rudolph still has his hands full with Mike Marshall, as we've got a battle on for 2nd. Avery sends it. Can he hold on to it as they are side by side? Avery just nudges ahead as they head toward the final turn. This will be close. May come down to who gets the momentum out of the turn. And Max Gunther down the front straightaway. Max Gunther pulls off the win at Fuji. Avery managing to hold on to 2nd, Yannick in 3rd. Well, with the top 7 invert going into race 2, things are definitely going to get exciting. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Yannick Gunther. Yannick, one heck of a battle this morning. You come on 3rd due to that last lap pass by Avery, but man, what a fight.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a big slide through the fast left-hander and then messed me up a bit. It was really good. It was really good racing with Avery. It was lots of fun.
Well, you guys definitely put on one heck of a show, one heck of a battle. Now a longer race. How are your tires after that? Will you need a tire change in race 2?
The tires were okay. I probably have to not push as hard in the beginning for the second race, and then I might make it without extra tires.
Well, good luck. A great start to the morning.
Thank you, Doug.
Yannick Gunther comes home in third. Avery Walker comes home in second. Avery, great to see you back on track, buddy, but really good to see you back on the podium.
Yeah, thank you. Admittedly, probably shouldn't have been on pole. The Gunthers were quite fast, so happy to get second, but was hoping to beat both of them. Just couldn't do it.
Well, now you go into race 2 with the invert. Now you got to come through traffic. Will that change the strategy at all? And have you thought about whether or not you're going to change tires?
Not sure. I've done some long run practice, and I think I'll keep the same tires. Traffic is just, and tires, it's just going to be about being patient. So that'll be my strategy.
Well, man, great run. Great to see you back and great finish. Good luck.
Thank you.
Avery Walker comes home in second, but Max Gunther back on top. Max, not only did you pull off the win, but you led Team Gunther to a 1-3-5 finish. It was quite a finish for your team this morning.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. It was great racing with Avery and Yannick. It was close.
It definitely
one mistake in it. It was really close all the time. It was really fun. Yeah.
You guys had quite a bit of back and forth. Even when you got to the lead, you never could pull out. I think the biggest gap you had was about a second at one point, but they closed back up within a lap, and you never really had much of a gap or much time to relax.
No, they're both really fast, and that's yeah. I mean, it's just insane, and we stayed in each other's draft for, I think, the whole race, which was crazy.
I believe you guys were together all but one lap of that race. It was quite a good battle. The top three, you guys pulled away very quickly. Did your own thing, avoided the chaos. Man, what a race and what a win! Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks.
Max Gunther pulling off the win. Now we go to race 2 where the top 7 will invert that. Will put Max Gunther starting in 7th. And I do believe that'll put Callie Evian on the pole for race 2. No telling what will happen from here. And hopefully the rookie out here, Joop Van Tilburg, will have a great run, be able to overcome the problems and avoid the chaos early like we saw in race 1. Just a few seconds left to go. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. A lot of great content coming very soon. Hey, good morning, Guildfly. Thank you for the raid, buddy. Going good, man. How are you doing this morning? How are you liking the new Dragon Age? I absolutely love that series of games. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Less than a minute to go into race 2. What kind of chaos will we see this time? Have noticed quite a few drivers out on track getting some pit road entry practice. This is actually one of the easier pit roads to get into, but we have seen that. Oh! Cody Kennedy in the Mustang, no rear grip. And Guildfly, it's definitely on my wish list, hopefully soon. Cody Kennedy apparently got lost. Now he found his way to pit road. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Race 2 at Fuji. Callie Evian and Mike Marshall on the front row. Rudolph Gunther, Adam Barker on the second. Yannick Gunther, Avery Walker on the third. Max Gunther in seventh after winning race 1. Next to Simon Zierk in 8th. David Garman in 9th. Cody Kennedy in 10th. Wessel Stevens starts in 11th next to Harry Volsmir in 12th. Joop Van Tilburg in 13th, Ryan McDaniel in 14th, and Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel starts 15th. Gilfly, I wonder if I will be doing some research on that before next Wednesday. You very well may be onto something about the too much torque in the Mustang, plus the fact that it's a Ford. Callie Evian, who was scheduled to start on the pole, did not grid. That's a big shock. All right, here we go. Pace car is on the front straightaway, getting ready to hit the pit road. Looks like Rudolph Gunther will move up and be in control. Pace car heads to pit road. Rudolph fires. They are away. Green flag is in the air. Race 2 at Fuji underway. And oh dear, they're going to try 3 wide into 1 again. No, they back out, but this is going to be... Whoa! Harry just goes way off track. Rudolph Gunther quickly takes the lead. Harry Volsmir is going to pit road. Yannick Gunther already to second, Barker into third. A lot of diving into turn 1. Avery Walker shoots underneath Mike Marshall. Rudolph Gunther had a problem there, and Barker has the momentum. The rookie, Joop Van Tilburg, on the move, already up in the 10th, as we have problems in the chicane. And Adam Barker avoids all of it. Adam Barker into the lead. We'll take a look at what just happened here in a moment. Adam Barker with the lead. Avery Walker in second. Max Gunther now to third. And it looks like Barker, who started the race in 4th, will lead lap 1 at Fuji. And what a wild start to race 2 that we saw. Starting off with Harry Volsmir's problem. There's Harry in the black Porsche on the outside as they head into the right-hander. Looks like Harry just pulled over. It did get a little crazy going into one. And then we saw the battle going into the chicane. Oh, Rudolph got bumped. As they turn into the chicane, he ends up bumping Yannick. Everybody piles into the chicane. And somehow everybody comes out pointed in the right direction. Well, that was definitely a wild first lap. And the rookie, Joop Van Tilburg and Cody Kennedy have both had problems. There's Joop in the McLaren. Oh, did he get clipped? Looked like he might have gotten the nose just barely clipped. Oh, when Gunther turned in, he just gets the nose, sends Joop around. Kennedy has nowhere to go. Well, the race has been wild here in the early going. Will they settle into a rhythm, or will we see more chaos? Avery Walker has the lead. Barker in second. Wessel Stevens has come through all the chaos unscathed, up 8 spots into third. Simon Zierk now up 4 spots into fourth. Mike Marshall still holds on in the top 5. Rudolph Gunther in 6th. Gourmet in 7th. Kennedy in 8th. But Joop on the attack as they turn into the chicane. Joop takes 8th from Cody. Max Gunther right behind Cody in 10th. Ryan McDaniel on the move up to 11th. Yannick back in 12th. Nicole Kriesel in 13th. Harry is out of the race. O'Callaghan Evian did not start, and Harry retired early. Avery Walker has a 1.3 second gap on Barker at the moment. And what a run so far by Wessel Stevens. Don't forget, 7:30 Eastern tonight, BRR Cup Series recruitment. We'll post the info here in a bit again in case you're interested in joining. Then at 9:30 Eastern, SMR Gen 4 back. And what an awesome season of racing that has been. If you've missed any of the races we broadcast, you can find them all on our YouTube channel. Plus, we will be posting race highlights, as always, over the next few days, so make sure you check them out. We might even have some trucking shorts out there for you guys to enjoy. The Unicorn does have a tendency to cause some chaos. And don't forget, if you're on American Truck Sim, you might check tomorrow afternoon. More than likely, the Unicorn will be leading a convoy. As here we go, Wessel battles Adam for second. Wessel had the inside line, but now will be on the outside through the kink. Manages to go a little wide, but he carries enough momentum. Wessel Stevens now into second as Max Gunther set the fastest lap last time. Max now up into ninth place, right on Youp's bumper. Rudolph Gunther in sixth. David Gourmets. Whoa, look at the move by Youp. What a run by Youp. Can he keep it? The Mustang does have a tendency to have straight line speed. Oh! Gorman goes around. And due to the traffic, he had to wait a minute. Finally gets it recovered. Max Gunther takes advantage of it, moves up into seventh. Rudolph still just ahead in sixth. Looking down from the blimp on this incident a moment ago, Youp turns in, and when Gourmets pushes out, tries to straighten up, just gets on Youp's nose and goes around. Do have to say, a lot of these drivers are taking it a little bit, a hair more carefully here in race 2 than what we saw in the first race. The top three still single file. Simon Zierk in fourth, about 5 1/4 seconds back. Mike Marshall in fifth, but Max Gunther in sixth, 4 1/2 seconds back in closing. He brings Youp and Rudolph Gunther with him. Cody Kennedy not far behind in ninth. Gourmets trying to make up some ground in 10th. Ryan McDaniel in 11th, about 10 1/4 seconds behind Gourmets, but he is closing the gap on Gourmets. Now don't forget that we'll have to make a stop for fuel. A lot of these drivers saying they will not make a tire change this morning. It's definitely going to be interesting to see the different strategies and how they play out. Wessel Stevens has had quite a charge in that McLaren so far. Up 9 spots into second place. That is one heck of a run this morning. Adam Barker in third is starting to lose ground on the top two. He is almost a second behind now. Simon Zierk in fourth. Mike Marshall back in fifth, about 4 1/4 seconds back. Mike has been gaining a little bit of ground here and there on Simon, but he's got to pick the pace up. Yannick Gunther and Joop are coming. Also, just on a personal note, I absolutely love the Golf paint schemes on any car. My grandfather worked at Golf until he retired, and those paint schemes, man, they do take me back. Avery Walker coming into lap traffic. Nicole, that's what she said. Kriesel going a lap down in 13th. Oh, Nicole trying to avoid the leaders, ends up in the wall. Wessel Stevens in second, was on Avery's bumper for quite a while, but is now 1.7 seconds behind. Barker right there with them. Mike Marshall slips back to 6th. Here comes Max Gunther now into 5th, and Joop on the attack. Joop gets the angle coming through the first turn and has a run. Joop now up into 6th, up 7 spots. A great run for the rookie. Wessel Stevens trying to close that gap. He has it down to 1.5 seconds with Barker on his bumper. Max Gunther and Joop Van Tilburg continue to march forward with a little bit more speed and a perfect pit strategy. Those two could fight for the win before this is all said and done. David Garman back in 10th, is closing in on Cody Kennedy in 9th. Rudolph Gunther back in 8th, is 4 seconds behind 7th place Mike Marshall. Mike had a good run in the first race, but is losing ground in race 2. Max Gunther in 5th, continuing to close on Simon Zierk in 4th. Simon now just 3.6 seconds ahead of Max at the moment. Yannick Gunther has moved back up into 11th, getting past Ryan McDaniel, putting Ryan back into 12th. Yannick closing on just about everybody ahead. Yannick had the fastest lap last time by, but he is about 14 and a half seconds behind 10th place David Gorman. Avery's lead over Wessel starting to shrink again. Wessel just over 1 second behind the leader. Adam Barker back in third. Adam does have better luck when he has the Hello Kitty paint scheme on the car. Oh! And that's what I'm talking about, though. Adam does not make those little mistakes when Hello Kitty rides with him. Mike Marshall back in 7th place. He is pulling away from 8th place Rudolph Gunther, but he is losing ground to 6th place Joop van Tilburg. Avery Walker just set the fastest lap of the race, 140.30. The fog is definitely lifted here. Not the problem it was in race 1. The track temperature and air temperature still managing to stay cool. Track currently 77 degrees, air at 65. Humidity has also gone down just a little bit, now down to 86%. The more the humidity lifts, the faster these drivers will be able to go. Yannick back in 11th, continues to charge on 10th place David Gorman. Cody Kennedy just ahead of Gourmet in 9th. Both of them closing the gap on Rudolph Gunther at the moment. Speaking of closing the gap, Max Gunther continues to close on Simon Zierk. Simon now just 2.3 seconds ahead of Max Joop, right there with Max Gunther. All the drivers are within their fuel windows. Now the pit strategy will start to come into play. The two Mustangs, driven by Cody Kennedy and David Gorman, continue to battle back and forth in 9th and 10th. That has allowed Yannick to close a lot more ground. He is just over 10 seconds behind that battle and continues to be faster than both of them. Don't look like we're going to see anybody on pit road this time. Max Gunther now sitting just 2 seconds behind. Simon Zierk continues to close. Avery Walker at an off track a moment ago has not affected his speed or his lead. Yannick Gunther now less than 9 seconds behind the Mustangs of Cody Kennedy and David Gorman. Rudolph Gunther starting to close in on Mike Marshall. He's got a little breathing room now. That battling between those two Mustangs has given Rudolph a 3-second gap at the moment. Simon Zierk's gap, though, back to 5th place Max Gunther continues to shrink. Max less than 1.5 seconds back. Avery's lead now about 2.5 seconds, and Yoop is going to be the first one onto pit road. Yoop giving up 6th place in that close battle. Does not look like Yoop is taking tires. It was a fuel-only stop for Yoop Van Tilburg. Now, how many drivers do we see in this time, and how many are going to try and stretch to the end of their fuel run, knowing the vast majority of this field will not take tires? Does not look like Avery is setting up for pit road entry here. Wessel appears to be staying out, as does Adam Barker. Simon Zierk now in 4th, as Max right on his bumper. Mike Marshall continuing to stay out as well. And looks like Rudolph, no, he is not going to come in. Garmin stays out, Cody Kennedy stays out, Yannick also stays out. Yoop now back in 11th, but he has clean air as Avery Walker just set the fastest lap again, 140.26. With the leader setting fast laps this late into a run, I seriously doubt anybody changes tires. Does not appear anybody in the top 3 is setting up for pit road entry. Ryan McDaniel did go to pit road a moment ago. And David Gorman has just picked up 7th place. Army haven't passed Rudolph Gunther a moment ago. Mike Marshall in 6th. Ryan McDaniel comes off pit road in 12th, having gone a lap down. Avery Walker has extended his lead over Wessel, now 3.6 seconds. Wessel has pulled a 2.5 second gap on 3rd place, Adam Barker. Max Gunther has moved into 4th, putting Simon Zierk in 5th. Mike Marshall still in 6th, Gormy in 7th. Rudolph Gunther in 8th, Cody Kennedy in 9th, and Yannick in 10th. The top 3 continue to stay out. Looks like the top 5 continue to stay out. Yuke is the only driver that was in the top 10 that has completed his stop. Will that strategy pay off is the question. Yannick Gunther had a brief off track a moment ago, hasn't affected him though. All the drivers have settled into a rhythm, but everything will change once the bulk of the drivers come to pit road here in the next lap or two. Avery continues to extend his lead over Wessel. Now 4.7 seconds is the lead. Adam Barker still 2.3 seconds back in 3rd. Max Gunther back in 4th, about 11.5 seconds behind. Simon Zierk in 5th as Gourmet is coming in. Will the Mustangs take tires here? That slow crawl down to your pit stall. And no tires for David Gorman, fuel only. Garmin was starting to make his way up through the field before this stop. Will that strategy pay off in the long run? Cody Kennedy battling with Rudolph Gunther for 8th, and looks like Cody will take it. Close call. Rudolph able to brake a little bit later into that turn. Almost got into the back bumper of Cody Kennedy. Avery Walker has extended his lead over Wessel now to 5 seconds as Cody Kennedy comes in. Cody Kennedy is taking tires this time. Will it be enough for him to make up the ground is the question. Avery Walker continuing to stay out. Second place, Wessel Stevens is coming to pit road. Adam Barker is coming in. Will the McLarens take tires here this morning? Wessel Stevens is up for tires. Adam Barker is up for tires. Max Gunther is coming in, as is Simon Zierk. Max is up for tires. Simon is not. Mike Marshall bringing his Corvette. And a variety of strategies playing out here. Will Mike Marshall be taking tires as well? Mike is up. Rudolph Gunther on his way in. He is going to take tires. And the leader is headed to pit road. We've seen a lot of cars taking tires, a few who haven't. Avery Walker said after race 1 he didn't think he would take tires here. Will that strategy stand? And it does. Avery is fuel only. Yannick Gunther is on his way in as well. Avery Walker on his way off pit road. Wessel Stevens coming past pit road. Avery heading off into 1. Still coming up to speed. Wessel at full speed. Will Yannick take tires as well here? No tires for Yannick Gunther. Wessel Stevens does have newer tires than what Avery Walker has. Several different strategies playing out on track. Joop Van Tilburg, after the pit stops, is in 6th place. Right on 5th place, Simon Zierik's back bumper. After pit stop cycle through, Avery Walker still has the lead by about 10 seconds over Wessel Stevens. Adam Barker in 3rd, right on Wessel's bumper. Max Gunther in 4th, about 8 1/4 seconds back. But he is closing in. Simon Zierik currently running in 5th, with Joop Van Tilburg in 6th. Mike Marshall in 7th, Yannick in 8th. David Garman in 9th, and Rudolf Gunther in 10th. Cody Kennedy back in 11th, one of the few drivers to replace all 4 tires. Avery Walker's lead 10 seconds over Wessel and Adam. As Joop is looking, does he have the run on Simon? He had the nose in briefly, but Simon gets the momentum out of the turn. Joop tries to carry the momentum down into the right-hander. Can he set up? No, he can't get through enough. Simon able to power out of there and keep Joop in his mirror for the moment. Avery's lead continuing to grow over Wessel. Adam still right there, less than a second behind Wessel. Max Gunther now just 7.7 seconds back. He continues to close in on Barker. Simon moving low as they head toward turn 1. Joop has a big run, but can he take advantage here? Not quite yet. This sector has been, when that McLaren of Joop Van Tilburg has been the fastest. Simon keeps managing to slam the door shut. Adam Barker is starting to lose ground on Wessel Stevens. Max Gunther still about 7 1/4 seconds back. He's gaining as much as half a second a lap on Barker, but he's gonna have to pick up the pace if he wants a chance to be on the podium. David Garman back in 9th, has Rudolf Gunther in 10th closing in. Mike Marshall in 7th as Yannick on his bumper. Joop still on the attack on Simon. He may have it here. He has the momentum out of the turn. Can he get it done? Man, they are side by side through the apex. Yoop has a better run out. And Yoop Van Tilburg now to 5th. A great performance by the rookie here this morning. Wessel Stevens continuing to lose ground to the leader, and now Barker right on his bumper. Mike Marshall in 7th as Yannick Gunther all over the bumper as well. Rudolph Gunther still right behind the Mustang of David Garman. And while all these battles are going on, Avery Walker continues to walk away from the field. Almost 12-second lead now. Max Gunther less than 6 seconds behind Wessel Stevens, who's now in 3rd. Barker into 2nd. Simon Ziert still in 6th, still right there with Joop Van Tilburg. Avery Walker crosses the start-finish line yet again, continues to extend his lead. Adam Barker now 12, almost 12 and a half seconds back. Wessel in 3rd. Max Gunther in 4th, still closing on Wessel. Yoop currently holds on to 5th, but Simon's still right there with him. Yannick now into 7th, having gotten past Mike Marshall in 8th. David Garman back in 9th, still has Rudolph Gunther in 10th, right there with him. Cody Kennedy in 11th, Ryan McDaniel in 12th. Nicole Kriesel out of the race along with Harry Volsmere, and Callie Evian did not grid. Avery Walker started this race in 6th place. Avoided the lap 1 chaos, and now once he had the lead, nobody has been able to touch him. Max Gunther was gaining on Wessel and might gain here some more, as we've got a battle for 2nd. Barker wants it back. The two McLarens side by side. Adam gets the better run. Adam Barker back to 2nd, but Wessel's not giving up. He dives it in and takes it back. What a move by Wessel Stevens. Not only that, he makes the move and checks out from Barker. Watch this move from the blimp. Wessel sets up, just sends it. You could tell the moment that Adam hit the brakes, Wessel just didn't and managed to get through that gap and pull away very quickly. That was one heck of a move by Wessel. Adam Barker is on pit road. Max Gunther is now in third. Did Adam run out of fuel? Did he not fill it enough? What has just happened? Avery Walker has a big lead over Wessel Stevens. Max Gunther in third, about 4.6 seconds back. Joop van Tilburg now in fourth. Simon Zierk back in the top five. Mike Marshall comes by in seventh, but Adam Barker off pit road in eighth. What just went wrong for Barker? Well, the whole situation in this race, the whole complexion just changed dramatically with that pit stop by Adam Barker. And the white flag flies one more time around. Avery Walker's lead now 13 seconds over Wessel. Max Gunther in third. The rookie Joop van Tilburg has fought his way back up into fourth. Simon Zierk in fifth. Yannick Gunther in sixth, Mike Marshall in seventh, Adam Barker in eighth after that unexpected stop. Gourmets in ninth, Rudolph Gunther in 10th. Cody Kennedy in 11th, Ryan McDaniel in 12th. And into the final sector goes Avery. Through the penultimate turn, Avery Walker, who started in 6th, dodged the lap 1 craziness, got to the lead and took off, has not looked back. Out of the final turn, Avery Walker with a 13-second lead will win here at Fuji and show off just a little bit on his way to victory lane. Wessel Stevens coming home in second. Max Gunther pulls off third. And let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Max Gunther. Max, you had a charge going, but you were bound to finish third anyway, but man, what a late race charge you had.
Yeah, it was good. It was a bit awkward, the incident in the front and the beginning. We still don't understand what happened. But yeah.
Anarchy and chaos. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
man,
how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. Man, a great finish, a great podium. Congratulations, Max.
Thank you, Doug. Thanks.
Max Gunther comes home in third. Wessel Stevens comes home in second. Wesley, you come home in second, but that pass on Adam there at the end, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was a decent race. The pass at the last moment was okay. A bit unfortunate of contact, but yeah, nevertheless, good race.
So there was contact between the two of you?
Yeah, it looks very weird. Like I'm looking at it right now, and it's like I hit him on the side, and apparently that broke his car. So it's unfortunately.
It was a gutsy move either way. Man, a great finish. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Well, there you have it. Apparently, it did not look like any contact, but apparently there was contact between Wessel and Adam. And let's see if we can get a word with our winner, Avery Walker. Avery back in victory lane. Man, it has been one heck of a morning.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a little boring, but yeah, I'm very happy with that.
Well, you got to be happy with boring. You avoided the chaos early on, and man, once you took the lead, you checked out, you were gone.
Yeah, the pace was really good. I didn't have to take tires or anything. I was rewatching my lap 1, and I almost died like 4 times. So lots of luck to get there, but happy with it.
Well, man, great job. It's great to see you back on track and great to see you back in victory lane. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Avery Walker pulls off the win. Don't forget tonight, 7:30 Eastern, BRR Cup Series recruitment. And at 9:30 Eastern, SMR Gen 4 Racing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you all had as much fun as we did. Have a great day, y'all.